do. But by God's grace, by God's grace, I'm free from that. It is such a joy to live for one, and that's for God. And do everything as unto the Lord, and it's every day is such an adventure with Him, because I say, Lord, what are we doing today? Who are we going to touch today? What do you have in store for me today? And there's no fear. I'm not saying I don't have any challenges. I'm not saying even this season, like from my previous testimony, I shared that this year has been the most amazing, incredible year. But I omitted to share that it was also the most painful. I can't remember how many nights I would wake up crying. I would be on the floor crying. The anguish, the pain, just the confusion of what had happened. When I separated from my husband, I thought he would want for us to get help. But it turned out to be a nightmare, what people would call a nightmare. And but it was the beginning of my freedom. It was the beginning, the end of the beginning, or the beginning. It was the end and the beginning of this beautiful journey that I have walked on, and I continue to be on. Anyway, again, so talking about love, my mom one time told me, Nana, she calls me Nana, here's what has helped me forgive my enemies, or forgive people who have wronged me, or people that I thought had misunderstandings about me, just whatever feeling you would have towards somebody. She said, this is what she would pray: Father, show me how you see these people. Give me the love for them. Give me compassion for them. I'll tell you as an example. There was a lady I worked with, and I was very new and to this department, and I thought she had something against me, just how she would treat me, or she would talk to me. And again, being new to this country, learning American culture, everything was just overwhelming for me. So I told my mom about this, and she says, Nana, remember, go pray, go ask the Lord. And I did, and the first thing God did was give her something. I don't remember. I gave her a gift. She liked something. She complimented me, and then Lord said, give it to her, and I gave it to her. And I tell you what, from that day on, I have come to love her. I've come to know her. We are very good friends. I haven't shared this with her, but so I'll leave the name out. But and since then, that's been my motto. That's been my way of just seeking to know how God sees people, because it, first and foremost, it positions your heart to forgive. It humbles you. You start having compassion. You start praying for them instead of wondering, what is she thinking, this and that. And it makes an opportunity for God to move in your life and in that person's life. Anyway, so God says here in His Word that if you say, you hate a brother, you hate this, and watch your words, my friends. Words are very powerful. Watch what you think about people. Watch what you say about people. And I'm not saying that you won't have people, you run across people that you'll rub against one another. We have different personalities. We have different, they're just different people you relate to differently. But Jesus says, if you say that, you do not have light in you. He says you live in darkness. And I would say at some point I did live in darkness because of how I viewed people. I would get so frustrated, and But God has revealed His love to me. Again, God has revealed His love to me in an incredible way, my friends. It's so freeing to know how much our Father loves us, but how much He longs for us to love others as He loves us. That's the best gift you could ever do for somebody. Just as He says, forgive those who have wronged against me, so that you may forgive me. Anyway, that's what I wanted to share today, my friends. Again, there's so much to share, but I want to encourage my sisters, those who've sent me the emails, those who've private messaged me. God hears your prayers. Remain in His love. Ask Him, Father, show me how much you love me. And He will do it in small little ways. He will do it in big ways. I tell you, I was sharing with my daughter this morning how I said, Lily, do you see how God loves us? Do you see how much God loves mommy? I was just bragging about how God is miraculously, just in a special way, His favor upon my life. He said in Songs of Songs chapter 1 verse 17, He says, I have marked you with a grace. He says, we will enhance your beauty. Let me just read this. It's such a beautiful, I'm reading from the Passion Translation. And just bragging about God's love again, even to my daughter. I everything I do, I model to my daughter. And that's why it's been so uncomfortable for me to come, to share this, in public. But God is allowing me to do this because it's not about me. Yes, it's my story. I'm sharing my testimony, but it's about His glory and His power working through me in my life. And I want to share this with everybody so they know that you can also experience His love. You can experience love like no other. You can experience freedom like no other. And I'm not saying I don't have issues, I don't have challenges. I still have a job, I still have bills to pay, I still have lack. I shouldn't say I have lack, because I'm living in abundance, in abundance of God's joy and wisdom and even understanding of His love. It's incredible. So here it is, Songs of Songs, chapter 1, verse 11. We will enhance your beauty, encircling you with our golden reins of love. You will be marked with our redeeming grace. You will be marked with our redeeming grace. I love this translation. It's just so powerful. And so I was just bragging to Lily. I said, Lily, look how much God loves me. Somebody my friends know me, how I brag and I get so excited, like super excited. Like, when a child just had sugar, that rush. When God does something for me, that's how excited I get. Like, my Father loves me. He knows my needs. He knows even my secret desires. He knows what would delight me. Like a simple thing, a sister friend of mine that God just connected me with, she invited me. She said, hey, I want to treat you for a mani. I went in the, when I saw the text, I started crying. Oh, you love me. It's a small act of kindness like that. It's a big deal for me because, again, it's just a sign of God's love, and He cares about the little things and the big things of our life. He wants to show you. He wants to reveal that to all of you. God says He loves you. He loves you. He loves you. So, my brothers, my sisters, my friends, rest in God's love. I don't even know how, this is all I did. I can't say that I prayed and fasted. I can't say that I did. But just the revelation, pray that He reveals and manifests His love in your life. That's my prayer for you. May the love of God abound in your life. May the love of God, may the powerful love of God manifest real in your life. Okay, well, that's it for me. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. And may He make His face to shine upon you all. God bless you. Mwah!